I'm on the right side.
And we are fighting in Atlantis. How about this crazy venue? Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans.
Juan Manuel Marquez. And when you see this man, you know what you're getting. Dinamita comes.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed.
What a pleasure to be. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. There's a counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. Good counter punching. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Nice counter shot. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be high fire on him.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Punch caught him clean. They missed with the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Wow, it's like
Here we go for round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Shade him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Counter fighter believes in me. Anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this.
No rest for the weary. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. They both want a knockout, you can tell. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to... On to the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the sense of the comeback.
Straight right just misses. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Whoa, wait a minute. Marquez is hurt. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Drop their guard, they get caught. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Well, sometimes it can be the...
There's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. So much firepower here. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Tried to score with that hook but missed. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The straight right just misses. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
1, 2, 3.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
On to the 5th we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
we going to see a jab from these two? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He threw a punch and just got countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Can't land that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That counter shot lands. Nice right hand. That hook was off target. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match? On to the 6th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won this hands down.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter. Can't land the jab there. Incredible work rate. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do. Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got...
We got it, brother. We got it, brother. As y'all can see, they be on bullshit. And I'm on the left side, they be on bullshit. And I hit the front shit. And they on bullshit. And then bullshit. And it's for the boy. So all the fuck is funny. And keep saying,
Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back, front line with my back. Up against the wall, if I'm up against the odds.
Come on, bro.
Who thought we... And here he is. King Rock.
This bout is...
We waited a long time for this. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Catch and shoot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. They threw the hook. It didn't land. That counter punch caught him clean. There was so much hype surrounding this match. I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Big whiff with the right hook. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter-puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make...
Got out of the way, that right hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that lap. And there's the bell for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he scores with the counter. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. How about that time counter shot? Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with that hook. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Perfect, very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that. Let's get it started in round three. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round? Beautiful counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Missing with the left hook. The straight right just misses. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. us a second to catch our breath. He parries away that left hook. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
Back at it in round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Taj, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Power, that power might be the do or die.
And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I've got to see that again.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's time for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
They exchange punches. One punch could change everything in this battle. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. The courage on display here is incredible. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice. Time for the 5th round. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking it down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Jab not finding its target. Nice counter shot. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two fighters are made for one another. This one go to the judges. Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they... There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter shot. Straight right just misses. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Counter shot lands. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Good counter punching. Do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Another scoring shot. Straight right just misses. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8. And there's the bell for round 8. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nope, that hook won't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
That jab misses. Punch, counter punch. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot...
And down goes Crawford. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four. Give me your
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Look at his corner. Look at his shot.
Wow, let's take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's really not that close.
It was as close as we thought it was, and this fight is a split.